What is up, YouTube? Austin Charlie Music, as you can tell by the name of the channel. Got my buddy Blythe, who, by the way, thanks again for stopping here on your way to work, taking the time to leave like an hour early so you can stop and record. Yeah. I know, you gotta get to work and busy and stuff. By the way, this isn't coming out the day I record it. I just released a song, which is already out. Batteries, go check it out. Go check out all my other music. If you remember him, he's in certain songs that are on channel, such as he did an actual cover of, what was the song?
Did a couple.
The Screamo one, the one that...
Specific.
Shit. Come back to you on that. But he was also in the other song, Dump Trump. But, we're doing something a little bit different on this channel, something a little bit new. Me and him used to go on walks all the time. And we used to listen to music all the time while doing it on these little $10 speakers we would buy, and they'd break a week later, so we'd have to go get another one. Poor lives. But, there used to be a playlist of songs that he used to have all the time, that he has almost completely moved away from. And I figured it'd be a fun idea to have him come on this channel. It might be a two-parter, might have to record 2 different videos, depending on how long he gets, and then upload 2 different parts. But I figured it'd be a great idea if on one of my really old phones I have a lot of the songs he downloaded because we had to share an iTunes account. Because his parents didn't want him having any of that stuff. Or didn't want to let him do it. Anyway, so a lot of songs he bought showed up on my iTunes account. And I figured today would be a fun day to go through and just have him cringe. I will probably cringe too because I used to listen to these with him. Are you ready for the first song?
No.
I'm only going to play certain parts of it. I might fast forward through some of the songs to get to like a better part of it, but because of copyright and I'm poor, so I can't afford to actually pay for these songs, I figured we'll do certain parts of it. Some of them are ones that were from a long time ago, and some of them ones that I picked out to just kind of see if it brings nostalgia to him. But we're going to start with the first one. I'm not going to say the name of them I'm going to play. If you guys remember what they are too, pretty awesome.
I'm looking forward to this.
But
This is going to be bad.
one of the first ones is this one.
Oh, no.
We're also going to play a little game with this. Can you guess the name of the song?
Can I guess the name of the song?
Can you guess the name and band? See if you remember all these.
Believe by Blood on the Dance Floor.
Yes, it is. One of the things he used to play all the time while we were walking was Blood on the Dance Floor, or BOTDF, right? So
Yeah.
The what is it called? The scene kids would call it.
That's just anyone who is a fan of them would call it.
I believe this guy does Screamo, right?
Oh, man. God, that was one of the worst bands I ever listened to. Why I like them so much.
Now, another song we used to hear all the time, we never really got into, but my God, was this song annoying all the time. This is still fairly newish.
I don't know half the song he's gonna play, so this is all.
I sat up all night trying to find some of the songs on here and remember the ones that he used to listen to, because I looked at them like, there's no way this was in my playlist. Some of them were, but some of them I also download because they're either catchy or I figured it'd be great to just nostalgia on it again. Do you remember this one? This one wasn't in your playlist, but this one you hated. At least you used to.
Yeah, I know. I still don't like it.
If I remember right, first of all, this song was so annoying and stupid. I don't know how it got big.
I still don't like it.
But if I remember right, this was the song that, you remember, you know, the people we like to watch on YouTube, Corey Shear?
Yeah.
I believe he was in this music video for a good 15 seconds
Might
throughout the
have been.
video. There's a ton of people, if you know Corey Shear. Corey Shear!
Jesus Christ.
He was on this song, not singing or anything, but they had a whole ton of dancers and stuff on it. Also, we're really slumped down because this is a really small closet in my apartment that I use as my music studio. So, sometime maybe I'll do a little tour on it to show you guys what it looks like, but it's nothing fancy. I could turn the camera on and you saw the rest of the studio. You're sitting on a chair right now because this is how wide it is. I can stretch my arms out all the way. This one's a throwback one. This was a band that him and I still occasionally listen to. He occasionally plays a song by them. But we used to have a huge crush on one of the people, I'll admit. And I don't really listen to him anymore. But fast forward a little bit to avoid that.
I thought it was Paramore. I still see Paramore.
That was one of the bands that we listened to all the time, and Paramore is great. It's you, no matter what you're into, if you don't like a little bit of Paramore, there's something a little bit wrong with you, because they got some good music. But you've heard those ones. There's let's see if I have another one. Yeah, there's this one. He used to jam all the time.
Fuck me. No. God. No. Stop.
You remember that one? What's that one, buddy?
Death to your heart, but blood dance for it.
Well, it's weird because he listened to that all the time.
God, all the fucking time. Dude.
And then maybe you might hear.
Okay, I can still get down to this.
Yeah, this is still some prime stuff.
I don't listen to them very much anymore, but I'm looking back on it, that's when they like were still kind of not super new, but still getting into the scene.
Well,
a bit. And now it's kind of cringy-ish, but I still go back and listen to it every now and then.
right. I actually like that song, and I still have it on, I believe, my actual phone, which I'm recording with right now. That's why I'm using this really old iPhone to do it. And it's good to just kind of, when you're driving, you got your bass turned up, you got a sub hooked up in a car, and you want something to jam out to, and just kind of, when you just want the windows down, you kind of want to just have a little head bob, and it's not a rap song, and you want something going, that's one of the good ones to do too. Or this one, which I'm pretty sure you used to listen to this, and I enjoy listening to it still, but
Nice and
good song still. I still very much appreciate it.
so I can't see it very much, but first song I listened to by Nice and
It's a good song. I believe you actually bought this one.
Yeah.
Funny story of how it fully started with the iTunes things was a long time ago. I somehow was always able to bribe people out of their iPods into giving them to me or trading them to me. This one chick that I was friends with, I was over there with another friend of mine. Him and I were chilling, and not this guy, but we were over there, and she had this broken iPod 2nd gen. It looked fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You couldn't tell, at least, but it wouldn't turn on. She's like, well, if you want to take it. So I pushed him out of the way, and I took it home, and ended up staying at his place that night. This was like a handful of years ago. I'm not sure when. It was like early high school, I think. And I remember I spent forever at his place. Like, he was talking. I was like, yeah. I barely was like listening to him, and if he's watching this now, he probably will believe me with that. But I took it apart, completely cleaned out and stuff. I was able to get it turned on. I was like, yeah, cool. I have an iPod 2nd generation. It's not that far behind, so when the 4th was still the current gen. And I fixed it up, and I'm like, cool. So I go put it back together. The damn piece of paper that goes into the LCD plug-in, I ripped it. So I had to talk my parents into buying me a new screen off eBay for $7 so I could fix it. I fixed it. I went to snap on the screen, and the way I say snap is I literally cracked the damn thing right down the center, and it still worked. That was my first iPod. Then I got 2 iPod 4th gens from somebody. I can't remember what I traded, but I got them from him. One was like pretty cracked up, one was in pretty decent condition. I had them, and my buddy right here didn't really have an iPod anymore. He no longer had one. He kind of had to hide this iPod. And I told him, like, hey, you said you got iTunes gift cards. I will trade you this one right here, for you can put all your iTunes music on, and you just let me have $10 of the 30 you put on. And so we made that deal. It's a great deal, and because we shared that iTunes account, that's how I've got a lot of this music. I didn't have to go and refind it. It's already on here because he had downloaded it and listened to it on his iPod. Well, you only had that thing for, what was it, like 2 weeks maybe? Maybe a month?
I feel like it was longer. Probably like maybe a month. Because I moved like a little after I got it.
And what happened to that iPod?
I don't want to talk about it.
We were riding skateboards outside on a kind of chilly day. We were riding. We had this curb outside my neighbor's yard that he didn't care. We were trying to ollie off of, and by that we meant we kind of just rolled off it. So, wasn't it a caveman you're trying to do off it? You went to go do a caveman?
What's the caveman?
I think it was a caveman. It was either a caveman or an ollie. And he went to go jump off it, and...
Well, I jumped off and I landed, but not correctly.
Exactly.
So it slid, and then
slid, buddy?
The board slid, and then I landed on the iPod.
Flew right out of your pocket, face down. And it wasn't even in that bad condition. It was just a couple cracks, but it all blew up right here at the home button, which apparently was where all the good stuff is. So he picks it up and he tries to turn it on. It turned on for 2 seconds just to show like a dead battery thing. Went to charge it, went to fix it, and it wouldn't work anymore.
Nope.
So we brought it out, he snapped it in half, and we just destroyed it. And I'm pretty sure you almost shed a tear that day. Because it was all he had for music. Weren't you grounded from everything because you got in trouble with something?
No.
That we won't go into details about?
I think this is when I moved to Jefferson. So.
I think the first time, right?
I mean, I only moved to Jefferson once.
True.
But, I don't remember.
Because I believe you had an iPod and you did something at school or something, and you got in trouble.
I didn't pay too much attention.
And she took your iPod.
And then my stuff got taken away.
Yeah.
Because I listened to music more than I paid attention in school.
And
that was when I was still living here.
Right. And then I gave you an iPod because I knew you needed it.
Ended up moving. So I probably wasn't in trouble at all, but...
I know it was the only source of music you had for a while.
Yeah.
And it was the worst day for you.
It sucked.
Now, some of these songs I have on here, I can't remember if they're yours, but I also shared an account with my brother at one point, so I can't remember if some of these were his, but I'm pretty sure these were yours because this seems like yours, but let's see if you remember this one. Was this you?
Oh, it's AFI. Yeah. This is like a little like punk thing I went through. I still listen to AFI.
Yeah?
They don't sound like that anymore.
It sounded really like old school in that.
Yeah, that was like 1990 something punk. Some like around that era.
Right.
Yeah, but that was AFI.
Then there was...
They're not bad still, but they're very more pop rockish now. Something
So
like that.
they're one of the people who changed their genre up a little bit, mixed it up a little more.
Yeah, but still pretty good.
This one, you used to talk about this band all the time. I think you still do. I can't remember.
Right.
You talk about bands all the time.
All the time.
You've probably gone to, 20 concerts this year already?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that much, but at least like a lot. It's a lot.
Well, I'm pretty sure you've talked about this band. And you used to play this all the time. Oh, no, not that one. We're not on that one yet. No, this one.
Whitechapel.
How many times were we walking and you tried to cover that? Just that beginning.
I mean, a lot. I couldn't really do it. I was walking when I was like standing still and had the lyrics in front of me. I could do it, but
Right.
You know, that was like during my hardcore, like deathcore kid kind of thing. I mean, I still listen to it. All the time. Not Whitechapel, but
the inner hardcore that hid behind the black hair and scene kid.
Yeah.
Well, there's a thing about my bite right here, and probably become this soon. We're already at 15 minutes. you have a huge crush on someone.
I do.
You do.
I do.
And we even made a thing where $200 got you this, this, and this if they did this as a release.
Okay.
And I like this song. I kind of am digging this person, you know, and this is one of the songs that I'm sure a lot of you know.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
It's good. Listen.
I listen to a lot, okay? I have a wide range of music preferences.
He could be one day listening to Aerosmith, and they could end up being on Whitechapel. It could be on BOTDF. You might see some Melanie. Well, not
I
BOTDF
do not listen to
anymore.
BOTDF anymore.
But
I was about to be like, calm down.
Melanie Martinez, right? Martinez?
Melanie Martinez.
Yeah.
Leave
She
me
does.
alone.
She's got good music. Listen, I write rap music all the time, but that doesn't mean I don't listen to screamo. That doesn't mean I don't listen to Melanie. That doesn't mean I don't listen to a lot of certain songs. I won't let him play BOTDF, and thank God he doesn't want to anymore.
I'm good.
But there was, if any, and I don't expect you to remember this one too much. Okay. But there was this guy called Shane Dawson on YouTube.
Shane Dawson.
Everyone knows Shane Dawson. Funny. A little bit weird at times. But one of those old YouTubers that still kind of sticks to his roots a lot. And that's pretty cool. Not a lot of YouTubers do that anymore. But he tried this music career for a little bit, and he still occasionally does something here and there. But one of the songs I really liked for some reason was this one. This one's for me. This one's kind of
This is all him. I don't fucking listen to this. I'm not...
But I used to listen all the time because I don't know why. I really liked that song. It was during most of my like really single time, and I thought the song was really good and catchy. Now it's kind of cringy, and it sounds like he still needed hit puberty in that song. But
I don't think he makes music anymore.
I don't think he does. I know the movie, what was it, Not Cool or whatever? After Smiley,
like
he did some music for that. Those were some decent songs, but I don't remember any of them. But
He's still doing good though.
If you want to make my buddy or me cry over here, you play this song around us.
Nah, I'm good now. It took a bit though.
It's still a good song, man.
I'm good now.
That was in one I meant to throw in here, but ended up in here. But one that a band that we listen to all the time still, is these guys that I love. The song was one of my favorites. He would play it once in a while. We play a lot of other ones by them, but
I used to listen to them.
3 Days Grace. That was always a good one to listen to.
That was when Adam Gagne was still in the band.
Right.
Yeah. I forgot who the singer is now, but
I know.
I know it's the dude from My Darkest Days.
I still listen to him, but it's always just the old stuff like that.
I listen to some of the new stuff.
I haven't listened much of their new stuff, and I need to again, but
Mountains is very good.
you might have to show me some later.
I think it's about Mountains, you know. It's good. Afterwards, good too.
Now he hasn't been cringy as much anymore because I haven't gotten into cringy songs anymore.
Yeah.
Going just close to 20-minute mark, so I'm going to end it here real soon. But this one, I don't know why you picked this, why you had this one.
I'm not looking
You
forward
hate,
to this.
you hate this person now. You hate everything.
It's a person?
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
It's just one person? Fuck, it is a person. God. Stop it now. Stop it now.
Let's get them some lyrics.
I don't know
What
why
is
I
that
listened
one,
to
Blythe?
That's Prom Night by Jeffree Star.
Yep. And how's your view on Jeffree Star now?
I mean, I don't hate the guy, but he's like doing well for himself.
Just wait till he tells me what he really feels later.
Oh God. Let's just say I wish I could have $5 million.
You're no kidding, right? Wish I could afford everything.
Okay, that was. I mean, I don't really listen to Sleeping with Sirens anymore, but you'll catch me listening to them every now and then. Because I listen to a lot of music.
Right, right.
It's not cringy for me, but at the same time, it's kind of like, oof.
Now, I'm going to play one more song, and then we're going to wrap it up and cut it here, because getting long, and I still have a couple more songs, so I might as well save it for part 2, do that sometime, that'd be really cool. Maybe I can find more music, too. Yeah. Work.
Ooh.
I hate doing it. Anyway. This one we still listen to, and it's sad to listen to this band anymore because it fell apart in the worst way. Not fell apart, still strong as ever, but a huge gap happened in it. We still listen to these people all the time. What would you say was the first Linkin Park song you ever heard that got you into Linkin Park? Where you're like
the first Linkin Park
the
song
first
I ever
song
heard,
that you heard, and you're like, okay, I need to listen to this again. I need to listen to more of this.
probably everyone's, which is In the End.
Yep.
I remember it because MTV still played music, and that's how I found Linkin Park.
Did you know?
So I was like probably 7.
In the End,
while
first of all, great song. One of my favorites. I used to have this collection of CDs my mom gave me a long time ago with this really old stereo that you could either put the really fat batteries for flashlights in, or you plug into the wall. And if you turned it up all the way, it sounded distorted as all hell. But I used to love listening to that. I used to love voice cracks, huh?
Oh.
20 years old and my voice is still cracking. Anyway, but I used to listen all the time because it was on one of these CDs along with Gangster Paradise.
Okay.
And all sorts of songs like Ba with the Ba.
Fucking Kid Rock when it was still Kid
When
Rock.
it was good. When it was
Not Kid Country.
when it was good music. And I used to listen to those all the time. Those were memories, man. Like, I mastered that song to a T. I could sing the whole song. I'd be sitting there in class just singing the whole song, not even listening to it. Teacher would yell at me for not paying attention. Stupid teachers. But did you know, and I don't know why this happened, but because it's been so long after it, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are very good at doing that. And, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a thing about it for a while, where there's a petition to keep In the End on the radio, because there's a station that was no longer going to play In the End, because the guy's gone. They're not doing much anymore. And they decided they didn't want to play it anymore. And people were furious that they weren't going to play it anymore. So there's a petition going out to keep that song on the radio.
I didn't even know that. Just that they've always played Linkin Park, so.
Good band, what, you know? And now Mike Shinoda is doing his own thing still, you know, doing his album, which is really good. I love it. I'd recommend giving it a look. But, basically we're gonna wrap this up. I'm not editing any of this because I don't know how to edit videos. As some of you say, I don't even know how to edit my music, so, you know. But,
Ouch.
right in the feels. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up here. Out of all of those, what would you say was the cringiest one so far that you heard?
Everything fucking Bullet on the Dance Floor
Bullet
and
on the Dance
Jeffree
Floor?
Star.
Yeah,
Those were the worst ones.
I
knew they were going to be in there somewhere.
those are my favorite, only because of the cringe they bring you. I hate those songs anymore now, but the cringe you give is great.
It's awful.
I know you don't have a YouTube channel that you post on. There's nothing really to post on. But is there anything you want to follow you on? Like, do you want the 12 people who follow me and maybe more someday to find you somewhere? Is there an Instagram or Twitter or something you want them to go to?
I mean, I don't do anything regularly, so meh.
Meh. Alright.
I'm okay.
Alright. Well, we'll end with that. This one will come out, I don't know when. It is, you know, I have today off. He's got to go work here soon. So if I can find our time again to stop by, I'll record another video. But that's it for this one. I hope you guys all enjoyed. More music on the way. Huge announcement coming soon. Maybe I'll do a studio tour. It takes 30 seconds to show you it, and I can fill it up on one slide on Snapchat to do a tour. But hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all those weird things that they say on YouTube. Turn on that bell notification thing so you never miss a song. follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Austin Charlotte Music. Simple as that. If you the name of my name of my channel, find those on Facebook or Instagram. You can follow me on there. We'll have him on soon. Maybe I'll have him some more music or do some more covers. Bring him on soon. But of course, stay humble, have fun, do what makes you happy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.